It's the most wonderful time of the year. The snow is piling, the Christmas lights are shining, and families all around are gathering to celebrate the holidays and welcome the new year. In the home of the games released in 2023, every game is here, both big and small, all together to reminisce the wonderful year as outside the cold snow falls. So come inside and sit by the fire as we celebrate a reunion most dear unto thee, a joyous occasion to cheer for some notable games that are part of the class of 2023. From games with large personalities that made even larger impacts through the year, to games that brought something more than joy, may it be disappointment or cheer. They are here to share good tidings and share their experience on the year they just had, showing off their tales of good fortune or mistakes done that they wish they never had. Some may have been forgotten, some may have been immortalized, and some may have even been brought back to life. Nevertheless, these games that have arrived at our holiday get-together are what made 2023 special, regardless if they were naughty or nice. Family reunions over the holidays are a tricky sort because they are equal parts merry and miserable. Most of that misery comes from the questionable family members that don't always bring the cheeriest of smiles or the most wholesome of stories. Do you remember that one uncle that fell into hard times after losing it all to crypto? So you can't help but feel bad because you're rooting for the guy, but you just don't know how he'll end up later on. Now here he is finishing up his character development arc. He's got a stable job, has a wife and kid, and he even has a boat. Yeah, that's him. That's our uncle, Cyberpunk 2077 with his 2.0 update and Phantom Liberty DLC. A game that had our hopes way up high, fell flat on his face upon release, kept stumbling way longer than he should have but steadily got better over time, all to complete his redemption arc with flying colors. He may have been the talk of the town a few years ago for not so favorable reasons, but we're more than happy to see him back on his feet better than ever. Cyberpunk is a massive open world RPG that's got it all worked out now. While some were able to appreciate the potential of Cyberpunk 2077 during its buggy blockbuster blunder era, around 2 years worth of updates has now blossomed that potential into an actual excellent game for everyone to see. It's like realizing that pineapple does go well with pizza, or putting cereal on milk is the true natural order of life. Or admitting that the true canon romance option is Pan Am. Yeah, I said it. Don't fight me on this. Bringing a +1 over the holiday parties is a tried and true way to make someone feel welcomed and instantly part of the family. Whether it's your roommate joining you to a friend's party or signaling the hard launch with your date by having them over for the family dinner. Luckily, even though they weren't invited or at the very least unexpected, they're just as welcomed as anyone else for their good vibes and warm personality. That's Nintendo's longtime friend, Metroid Prime Remastered. Her tough exterior with a warm heart of gold is back from a decade overseas. Released on the same day as it was announced, she is a remarkable remaster of one of the best GameCube games out there. Heck, many would even put her up as the best Metroid game there is up to now. With updated controls, an impressive rework of the game's graphics while still maintaining the original's look and feel, Metroid Prime Remastered is a welcome surprise during the first half of 2023. A first-person Metroidvania that puts players under the visor of the famed bounty hunter Samus Aran. Metroid Prime Remastered is a masterclass in level design and is sure to satiate anyone's hunger for exploration and adventure. Her presence in the 2023 gaming reunion dinner table is a reminder that games from the past are always welcome to come back, especially those that despite their age are more than capable to keep up with the latest and greatest. Metroid Prime Remastered is 2023's out-of-nowhere addition to its stellar lineup of games released within the year, and we have no complaints about that at all. Welcome back. On the other side of the metaphorical party guest list coin, there are those that we honestly forgot we even invited, or didn't think they'd actually come. With the amount of things to plan over the holidays, some people were bound to get lost in the shuffle. You may be surprised to see your father's brother's biker uncle come to the family reunion, but they do have the invite letter to back it up and the RSVP reply saying they prefer fish over beef. Not the first, second, or fifth, or 10th person you'd think about when planning the party, but it seems like you really did at some point, and here they are. With that said, anybody remember that Atomic Heart came out? Yeah, that biker uncle that really liked BioShock and always brought his hot robot twin girlfriends that everyone had nothing but wholesome thoughts of? Yeah, Atomic Heart was released this year. He was the talk of the town at the start of the year with its technically impressive graphics and unique art direction. Sure, he may have not left that big of a splash when it came out, but he's still a notable game in his own right. Atomic Heart could be crass and brash, but his heart is in the right place. What he lacks in general people skills, he makes up for in his confidence and eagerness to show his deep knowledge of history. So much so that he would never stop pitching about his historical fiction stories. Ever. Atomic Heart is a first-person shooter set in a utopian depiction of Soviet Russia post-World War II, and provides chaotic gameplay within an even more chaotic world and cast of characters. While it is understandable that he's been overshadowed by so many higher-profile games, he still deserves some recognition for having come out and be part of what many consider to be one of the best years for video games. Atomic Heart may not be on everybody's minds at the end of this year, but that doesn't diminish him from being any less of a good game, worthy of a playthrough. Oh Halloween, the month for ghouls and spooks feels like a distant memory once Christmas rears its Santa hat-wearing head. But some still cling to the tricks and treats even after gravestone planks and jack-o'-lanterns are replaced with snowmen and Christmas trees. Like that one neighbor down the street that happily stays in their goth phase. They're pretty nice overall, so they're worth a present and an invite, regardless of which holiday spirit they have. What was their name again? Oh right, Lies of P. Their dark and twisted interpretation of the classic Pinocchio story is certain to gain anybody's curiosity. But Lies of P turns that curiosity into genuine interest with their unique take on the Souls-like formula. They're the closest any other Souls-like game has gotten to equaling the quality of a FromSoft game. And they're also the closest thing we've got to a Bloodborne sequel. I know they stick out like a sore thumb in our reunion because they mistakenly read the Kris Kringle as Chris Angel, but they own their old school goth magician look and we wouldn't have it any other way. Now if only they would talk about something else other than Grimm's fairy tales being actually grim. Nevertheless, the truth of the matter is that Lies of P is an excellent game that delivers the punch and polish as expected of a top tier game. It's dark, it's hard, it's punishing, it's intriguing, it's freaky, it's fun. No lie in any of those descriptions. Not a single one. Change is inevitable, and the holidays are the time for us to reflect back on the year and see what we need to work on to be a better version of ourselves. But sometimes the whole New Year, New Me mantra is taken a teensy bit too seriously. It's like that one cousin that learned the whole freediving trend thing and for the rest of the year made it their one and only personality. The dedication is commendable for sure, and the possibilities they now have are promising. But you just can't help but think they'll drop it like a hot rock like that time they proclaimed themselves to be an air fryer connoisseur. That cousin is Final Fantasy XVI, an absolutely remarkable action RPG game from a series that is mostly known for spearheading the JRPG genre to mainstream popularity. His tale of an epic adventure of clashing swords, brawling godlike beasts, and drifting chocobos is one hell of a roller coaster ride. This is especially true for those that prefer his dramatic new style that focuses on fast action and flashy combos. But those that miss the old FF, the turn-based FF, the sprite-based FF, those things aren't in this new FF. Still, Final Fantasy XVI is a great game for those who want to try something new and bear a glimpse of a future that nobody expected. He may look different right now, unrecognizable even, but Final Fantasy XVI has an uncertain future everybody is curious to see as he forges ahead. Last but not least is that special someone that remembered your birthday, been with you through thick and thin, and still managed to live their best life. It's that best friend of yours that is always there for you. Even after all the years they've been with you, they still seem to surprise you with what they're capable of. And now they're here with you again to celebrate 2023 and end the year with some childhood nostalgia and wonder. This video game Christmas reunion wouldn't be complete without Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The 2D side-scrolling Mario game that still manages to surprise everyone with his creativity, spectacular polish, and virtually endless amounts of fun. He may be 40 years old, but he always brings just as much warm nostalgia as excitement for how you two will grow even closer and better in the future. The dynamic levels and new abilities Mario and his friends are able to play with are a constant delight that will leave even Ebenezer Scrooge smiling from ear to ear. So to celebrate the year's end with one of the most cheerful games of 2023, or even of all time, is definitely a core memory, just waiting to happen. And there you have it, folks. Those are just some games of 2023 that are definitely worth remembering for making the year such a wild ride. All of them have such colorful and unique personalities to behold, with wonderful stories to tell reflecting on the year they've all had. Whether they brought joy or pain, laughter or frustration, each game released this year is worth raising a glass to for just making it out for all of us to enjoy or bemoan. So cheers to 2023, to all games that graced the year to be full of fun and excitement. If you enjoy what we do, share the holiday spirit by giving us a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.